Back. We are continuing our hardcore run through Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Since the last episode off camera, I did some grinding and I got myself leveled up a little bit. I use the overburden, spin in circles, walk around in the field to get my strength and my, I think it was my vitality up. And I stood in the camp with, what's his name, Tomcat. I poked him with my sword for about 4 hours and leveled up my warfare and my swordsmanship so that I can, make it a little easier on myself. I haven't picked any of the points yet. Any of the I did some leveling up off camera and a little bit of AFK, walking around in circles, overburdened to try and get my my strength and my vitality up. And I did Tomcat, where I practiced with Tomcat and poked him with my sword a bunch of times for about 4 hours to try and get my warfare swordsmanship up so I can get a better start. Now I'm going to spend some of my points. Let's see, what we can pick some. How many more points do I have to spend? Ooh, I only have one. Okay. How many more do I got? 4. Okay, what do we got? How many do I got? 4.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
What will it be?
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone. A friend of mine. The one who ended up in the pillory with me.
Loads of people have been in the pillory, and you know what it's like. I'm really busy right now.
You haven't seen him then? Tall, fair-haired, fancies himself and talks like a noble.
Sorry, but I'm swamped with work because of the Semine wedding. Everyone wants new clothes from me. Even Bashka the butcher ordered a jacket fit for a king. And he isn't even going to the wedding. So, no. I haven't seen your friend and I can't help you. Sorry.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Let's see. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I can get dressed. I need to get dressed here. First, let's look. Let's see if I have any clothes that'll make me less conspicuous, quiet. It's a dark hat, makes me less visible. Alright, well, I didn't get very much from a thiefy dude. Let's see what we can do about our charisma levels here. like those silly hats. Get the highest. Okay, at 23. And he doesn't look too bad. Pretty silly. Alright, that's... Alright, now let's see. We'll end up... I need to get me some armor.
Farewell, then.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, the trader doesn't have any cap. He doesn't have any gold.
What?
I need something repaired.
Excellent. It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
What do you have for sale? We're just quickly trying to get rid of some inventory before we head on out.
I'd like to do something about that price.
All right, I'm listening.
Here. And something for your trouble.
Many thanks. Thank you, sir. And come again.
He'll buy any new clothing. We can see what he can buy from us.
Morning.
Show me your wares.
I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Willkommen. Ich bin gleich... Was willst du?
What do you have for sale?
Word about the price.
Gut, versuchen wir's.
Satisfied?
That's more like it. Lower your price a little more and we can make a deal. Why? You'll convince me with that price? Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Okay. Okay. Now what do we need? We need to check our potions before we head out. Oh, I need more savior stuff.
I apologize.
Greetings. Wie geht's, mein Herr?
What do you have for sale? Word about the price.
Warum nicht?
What would you say to this?
You really won't convince me like this. Hey, you'll convince me with that price. Das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
Alright, I need to make poisons before we go. Make sure I got the ingredients on me.
Jesus Christ be praised.
And wormwood, belladonna, and amanita.
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Warum nicht?
Do you accept?
More.
Final offer.
That's more like it. Just a bit more, and we can shake hands. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I was glad to be of help to you, sir.
Go back
I
and grab some
apologize.
wormwood. I don't know if it's grown back since the last time we were here. Yes, it has. Let's go make it some poison. Okay, we're gonna make some bane poison. Let's do that one more time. Okay. Alright, now we've got our poisons. Should be good to go. We'll go do some exploring, try and kill some bandits. On our way to, we're going to go back down towards the, I don't know, the blacksmith or the miller. We need to do some, we already did part of the blacksmith's quest line, so we might be able to go back to him and see what else he needs us to do. So let's get dressed, travel. Let's put some poison on our weapons. Crap. I have to make more then. How much do I have left? 10, 1. I have enough to make 4 more bits here. First time I've ever seen Amanita not in a bag. That's weird. Okay, so now let's look at our journal.
Go!
Oh yeah, let's, before we head out, just in case, I don't want to lose all that.
Go! Go! Yeah! Yeah!
God bless you.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semein's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semein, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semein, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down? The whole band?
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the carts and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
Venser didn't survive the skirmish in Gules' camp. And Franzi, they took him to Semein. He might have been innocent in the whole thing.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. They were only here a while, but that pair was as thick as, well, thieves. And that Franzi could talk his way out from under the executioner's axe.
We'll see. Either way, it's Lord Semein's concern now.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Sckalitz. What do you think of her?
I haven't seen Agnes. Is she pretty?
Pretty doesn't do her justice. She's a beauty. But she's got such a sharp tongue on her that I don't envy older at all. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble-born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil.
Oh, goodness.
And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Sckalitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. In return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Sckalitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
Sharp as a razor. All done. All right. Done.
God bless.
Fuck me.
Again?
What's new around here?
Vostotek. Lord von Beregov's huntsman is a regular here. He might have some work for you. He's got a cottage near Vidlak Pond. So if you know your way around the woods, you could go and offer him your help. I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. He's my best customer. You could also stop by and see Old Mouth. He's the local storyteller. He could tell you all sorts of interesting things. But only if you bring him some liquor. Don't forget, I have some here to sell, if you want. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. You having problems with the Zheliovites?
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastards around. They've been nothing but trouble for years. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night, so no one could get out of their house. And last year, they broke into my cellar and pissed in my beer barrel.
Gracious. I hope you got your aim back on them.
Not yet, no. But since you're here, I've got a plan you could help me out with. I'd pay you well. You can count on that.
When it rains, it falls.
Well, if you've got it all figured out, why don't you do it yourself?
Right. And who's going to run the inn in the meantime, eh? Besides, everyone in Zheliov knows us. If someone from here shows up there, they'll get suspicious.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing anything. But I'll tell you exactly what I have in mind, only after you promise to help me. I'd hate to reveal my plan, only for you to go off and tell the Zheliovites right away.
I don't care about some village feud. I'd rather not get tangled up in this.
If you don't want to make some groschen, suit yourself. But if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Good afternoon.
People call you the Mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of stories.
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyek. Got that? What do people call you then? Bughead? Arseface?
I'm sorry, Stenyak. I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. But you were right about the stories. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
Your health, my friend.
Thank you very much. I knew you wouldn't leave me high and dry. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I'm far too old for fairy tales. Tell me a scary story. One with blood and violence.
Don't you worry. I've got just the one. I just hope you don't shit yourself with fear. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one." But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a 3rd time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down a hole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Oh, that's so cruel. I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye, and so did Matthias. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then. but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe, then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. Take care, Henry.
Sweet. Okay, so I need to go get I'm gonna save the game since I'm near a bed.
Ka! Ka! Just a bit further. Go. Whoa, whoa.
Hell will freeze over before you do anything about it.
Greetings. God be with you.
God be with you, neighbour.
God.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat. Down to business. I don't have all day for you. So what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad. Stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, But once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
I'd like to get hold of that broken sword of his.
You'd hazard your soul for a piece of iron? Fool. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
It was nothing, just a slight cold. Aye, a man would...
I'd like to ask you about that hermit in Apollonia.
Go on then.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime then.
What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Do they pour the beer on the table?
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Apollonia, along the path, below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill, to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
The humans won't be coming back here. Don't worry.
Good. Peace at last. Until you get into trouble again, that is.
What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Have you heard about the Divoshenko of Semeen?
What Divoshenka?
You haven't seen one yet. A Divoshenko is a wild woman of the forest. An ugly, disfigured creature. You can find them deep in the woods or caves, where they make their ointments and gather magic herbs. Sometimes they hurt people. Sometimes they help them. You shouldn't go there.
Why not?
It's the Semeen people. They were worried she might put young Lord Semeen under her spell, especially now, because of the wedding. So, they took care of her. And that's about it, I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Aye, I'm listening.
How's this?
More.
What would you say to this?
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal. Aye, that'll do.
God, it happens. Just watch where you...
I'd like to ask you about something.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Go away, please.
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the others?
I believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fellow killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle.
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound, and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Apollonia.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's gonna make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you. By all the saints, thank you. But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
Where's this cross?
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret.
Greetings to you.
What cross? Where? I don't know what... I don't ever remember seeing a cross around this town.
Greetings to you.
There's something about the butcher, though.
God bless.
I heard something happened to Ambrose the Hermit.
Too right. He sends everyone packing right away. He's changed a lot.
What happened by the conciliatory cross?
Ah, who knows what Gerda saw there? But it must be some diabolical goings-on, because the cross really was turned around.
Do you know anything about that devil?
Mother of God, I don't know anything.
God bless you.
Yeah, west of the village.
I'm all down here.
Jesus Christ be praised. God grant you health.
Well,
fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. It doesn't look like an apparition, Gerda. He didn't take either the coin.
Oh, crap. Oh. Need to...
Good. Go!
Quick!
Lord be with you.
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So I need to know what you saw that night.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
Look, mate, I'll gladly give you a few groschen, but spit it out now. Here you are.
What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Apollonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that? That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil and then kept living as a pauper in his hut?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Some devilish trickery for sure.
See you soon, my friend.
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
Crap.
Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
You want to try me?
Pull the fucking sword out.
What do you want? Take that! Do it!
Stop locking onto him, man.
Come on, then! You won't get me! What do you want? You want to try me? You won't get me! We're gonna gut you, you whore son! Fuck you! I'm wounded! No, you don't! What do you want? Hey, get him!
Come on, stop!
It's a wonder you're still standing.
Yeah, I know.
You won't get me.
Stupid wolves took my freaking poison off.
Die, you swine! Show your stuff! Got him! Now you're finished! You wait!
I put the poison on my sword. Is it still on there? But they didn't get poisoned.
That herds boy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
Man, it is very difficult to fight in this hardcore mode.
I wouldn't want that there if someone
Go to hell! Show your stuff! We're gonna gut you, you whore son! Come on then!
God.
Show your stuff! Bleeding, are you? Do it! Christ, these cramps are horrible. What could have caused them?
Got him!
I'm all yours! Ha!
True blood! Yes!
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
Nem kellett volna felbaszkodni, tette pöcs!
És ennyi volt? Nesze a pofádba!
Nem kellett volna beleütnöd az orrodat. Basszak rá!
Ez gyors lesz!
Man,
Nincs
it goes in
esélyed, te
freaking
nyomorult!
killing instead of the guys with all the armor and stuff, man. I wasted all that setup.
Baszom az anyádat! Meg fogod bánni! Nyertél! Hagyj békében!
Nothing. Where's your sword? It's really annoying that they drop their shit, dude.
This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here. Horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herdsboy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil.
What do you want here? Clear off!
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil, and are summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense?
Of course it is.
The apparition was seen by the conciliatory cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back in the right position.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. It's clear that the man doing the digging hid it there, maybe to cover up who he really is. And what he's planning.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got to do with some cloak?
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief, because he left a purse full of coin there.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering me. It's nothing to do with me.
I found some pretty interesting documents of the Order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horseman ride into Apollonia. He thought it was an apparition, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have spun round and round at the crossroads like a top.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a pen here, in the woods below the rocks. A well-fed, healthy horse, black as charcoal. The man who rode on it wasn't an apparition, or the devil.
Why are you telling me all this? For God's sake! Stop this nonsense right now.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff, but you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut, then?
In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not! Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order, and an outstanding teacher.
Ambrose was a member of your order?
More than a member. He was the Seneschal, second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskowitz that night. What were you doing there?
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave, in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave. Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. It's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is, if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully, then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her, and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
I'm gonna go grab me some water from the kitchen. I'll be right back. All right. What we do?
Go!
quick!
Tossing us around. It's a miracle my bones are all in the right place. Go!
Slow down, you idiots!
You going to go run into the gaffer, you piece of shit? Give it to me. It's
Christ.
Good evening. What do you need?
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed to give you this.
A cross? Mother of God. What is the meaning of this?
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message. He said you'd know what it's about.
Oh my God! By all that's holy, it couldn't possibly be him. All those years, I'd lost hope. I never forgave myself. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this is supposed to be your absolution.
No, there's no absolution. Not yet. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brother gets what he deserves. The bones. They still lie there outside the wall. Help me. His soul must find peace.
Filthy vermin.
All right. I'll help you. But you'll have to tell me more.
Thank you, lad, thank you. But not here. We must go to the graveyard. That's where my curse lies.
Let's go then. There's no time to waste.
Here it is.
What does the graveyard have to do with absolution?
Hold on. Not so fast. I'll tell you everything. First, tell me... Are you afraid of the dead?
It's the living I'm more afraid of than the dead.
One should fear the dead. But in the end, it's probably a good thing that you have no fear. You see, one poor soul is waiting for redemption. For years and years.
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what he deserves. This is about the soul of Ambrose's brother.
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall, buried without rites. He's been there for 30 years.
Why doesn't he have a proper grave?
Because suicides can't enter the kingdom of heaven. They have to be buried outside the walls, like the unclean. The worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself. He didn't deserve such a dishonorable burial, and it's my fault. I said nothing.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends, and Jan loved me. Only, I chose his friend Vashek over him. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek one evening.
And Vashek killed him?
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Jan drew his sword first, and Vashek had to defend himself. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting, and Jan fell. When they found his body at the bottom of the cliff, people thought he'd killed himself. The only one who didn't believe it was Jan's brother.
Did you see it? Were you there?
No, but I believed my Vashek. He would never have lied to me. It pained him till the day he died, and he lived in fear of Jan's brother creeping up behind him one day and taking his revenge. In the end, that fear ate him up from inside.
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death? He must have realized that you two were involved in it.
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't want revenge, most likely. He let us live in peace.
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia. It never occurred to you that it was him?
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed it to Ambrose. Besides, he got old. And I don't go to the cliffs much.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition. That's to commemorate Jan.
His brother Ambrose had it built there. And those diabolical apparitions. It's my fault for saying nothing. God is punishing me for my sins.
Nonsense. God wouldn't use a diabolical apparition to scare you, would he? And what's more, Ambrose forgave you, didn't he?
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be laid to rest in consecrated ground. Help me lay him to rest in a proper grave, please.
But without telling the priest and gravedigger. Isn't that sacrilege?
That's the only way we can put right a terrible mistake. Jan didn't kill himself.
All right. We'll give him a proper burial. Jan's soul has the right to eternal rest.
Thank you. The Lord will pay you back 100-fold. There's a rose bush outside the graveyard wall. You'll find his bones beneath it. Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here, beneath the pine tree. In that way they'll be reconciled, at least in death. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave to bless their reconciliation. Lord Almighty, grant us peace. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Intercede for my forgiveness. And may their souls find eternal salvation. I know my silence was a sin. Jan did nothing wrong. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I don't know much about prayer in these situations, but... Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven, and deliver us from evil. Amen.
Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us. O Angel of Christ, Holy Guardian and Protector of my soul and body, forgive me every transgression which I have committed this day, and deliver me from every craft of my enemy and adversary. May I not anger my God by any sin. The Lord Almighty grant us a peaceful night and a perfect end. God in heaven, grant... Thank you. May God reward you, lad. I'd given up all hope.
I understand. A sin like that is a hard cross to bear.
30 years. I thought about it every day.
It's all right now. You did the right thing. Everything else is beyond the law of man.
I'd like to reward you somehow.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone to hear about all this, right?
Well, if you... Will you keep it to yourself?
All right. I'll accept the coin, and that'll be the end of it.
Thank you again for your help. God be with you, Henry.
There it goes. This is where I can't see where the trail goes.
Come here.
From his purse, but his hands were shaking so bad, the coins fell.
Mother of...
You!
My stomach! I must have food poisoning.
No chance.
Fuck that!
You won't get me.
You want to try me? I'll beat you to it! Fucker!
See, I can't switch between enemies. I don't understand.
What do you want? Do it! Take that! Show your stuff!
Christ, these cramps are horrible. What could have caused them?
I did it. I killed the whole group of 3 on hardcore. Sweet. I will take all your stuff there, bud. Get me some. That didn't sound good. about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do hard quit and save because I got no more saving potions.
Hey, fella! Listen, we need help!
My God.
What happened? We are Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but there's no time now. We have to act fast. Our brother Klesgen is dying. The crazy fool shot him. Help us.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we'll have a quiet talk. What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgen. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
You're a knight of an order?
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, a knight of the cross with the Red Star. And these are brothers Sibald and Nicholas. You are too late to make the acquaintance of Brother Klesgen, I'm afraid. We take care of the sick in infirmaries throughout the land. But we can't help our brother. You have to help us, while there's still time.
Did Conrad really want to flee?
Yes. We stopped him at the last moment. He almost got away. But we surrounded him.
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention. That's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
That swine tried to deceive me. He mustn't get away.
God, thank you. Try to get close unseen, and set fire to the haystack on the right-hand side of the yard. Then his crossbow will be useless, but do it quickly, before he gets away.
God.
Fructus,
Please.
ventris tu, Jesus.
Please.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
Alright, I don't know what to do.
was you shooting here!
I'm stuck on a rock.
Ah! Don't worry, I'll get him!
They're all gonna attack me now.
Hey, fella! Listen!
What happened?
If you're going the for
And
he was by the
You're...
Yes, you have
Why?
I'll other
Did
Yes, he
That's
God. Try but do it quick.
Peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. Salvare Deo, Mater misericordia.
Virgin Mary,
What the fuck, you my straight! Come on, then!
Fuck!
You'll be fucking sorry.
At him! He's got no chance alone!
No, me!
Slice him up!
Be done with you in a flash.
What?
You swine! You pay for that! Oh, nice like! I'll hack your ass!
Nice hit!
He's done for! Don't spare him!
Sakra, I need a bandage, quick. There. Oh, that's better.
What about our deal?
Ave Maria, gratia plana.
You owe me something, knight.
You're right. Conrad was one of the best swordsmen of the Order. We wouldn't have stood a chance without you. Here's your silver.
What was it actually about?
I shouldn't tell you. But since you helped us, Conrad was paid by the Inquisition to kill our Grand Master, Zdeněk of Prague. He failed by the grace of God. But while fleeing from the commandery, the treacherous villain killed 2 of our brothers.
Conrad was working for the Inquisition?
Yes. When Archbishop Olbram suddenly died a year ago, the Inquisition began to plot against our order and the king and to support the papal curia.
That is high politics indeed.
Sinners. They only care about money and power, the lot of them. We knights seek salvation in helping the poor and suffering. We are not murderers.
What did Conrad want here?
The local hermit Ambrose was his long-standing ally. He was seneschal of our order some years ago, but he transgressed and fled from Prague. But why Conrad was pretending to be his dead friend, I have no idea. Maybe he thought it would help him evade justice.
I have some documents of the Order that might be of interest to you. If we can agree on a price.
My God. The Order's Chronicle. We thought it was lost for good. Where did you find that?
In a hiding place. But that's not important.
It's a good thing you told me about it. What do you want for it? I'm afraid there's no way I can give you that much.
Our accounts are settled. Everything that happened here, I'll keep to myself. Farewell, Arnold.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritu Sancto. Amen.
Can't be here.
Hey, lad. Better be on your way.
Dude.
Get moving!
I'm in... This is a freaking quest zone. Dip.
Off you go, quick!
Gotta be kidding me, man. Why won't it let me...
That's it. Go now.
Of course, he goes straight in there where I need to go. Would his diary be?
Bloody hell. This hasn't been here for long. It looks like some kind of notes. Like a diary. Let's have a look at it then.
You can't be here.
That's it. Go now.
The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary,
Can't believe they didn't have anything good on them.
Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here. Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
Nothing? Oh. What the hell am I doing? Whoa! Wow.
Quick! There now.
Good to see you.
Greetings to you. How can I help?
This could use some repairs.
Excellent. It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
Very well.
What would you say to this?
That sounds really interesting. Lower your price a little more, and I'll be satisfied. Very well, then. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
How can I help you today, friend?
Would you repair a few things for me? I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Is this enough?
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Right?
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Satisfied?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Willkommen. Schön, dich zu sehen.
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Das könnte vielleicht gehen.
Satisfied?
You won't convince me with this. Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good price. Thank you and take care.
I tell you, and you dob me in.
Are you crazy? Why would I dob you in?
Was willst du heute Morgen?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Gut. Versuchen wir's.
Is this enough?
Well, if you offer a little bit more, we can make a deal. Hey, you'll convince me with that price.
Quick!
Whoa.
What do you need, Henry?
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first.
Can't get any better than this.
I wouldn't want that there.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. Maybe next time.
All done.
Okay, I'm going to call the stream here for this evening. We'll pick back up tomorrow. If you enjoyed hanging out with me, which I truly appreciate, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you can see when I come back on. If you wanted to hang out, continue watching the story. We'll be doing a full run of the story all the way through to the end in hardcore mode. So stick around, come back, watch the rest of the live stream. Again, I'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in, spending some time with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.